It is the operating system. Everyone doing the thing you want to do is doing it afraid. The entrepreneurs you admire are afraid. The writers you read are afraid. The people who moved cities and started over and walked away from the wrong life are afraid. The difference is not that they're braver than you. The difference is that they stopped waiting for the fear to leave before they moved. You're still waiting, and you're calling that waiting preparation. It isn't. It's the longest fucking running scam you've ever pulled on yourself. And here's something you probably haven't sat with, because it implicates more than just you. You didn't invent maybe in another life. You inherited it. Someone in your family said it first and said it often, and lived it until the phrase hardened into a lifestyle. It was a father who had the idea but never started the business. A mother who had the voice but never sang outside the kitchen. A grandparent whose whole generation was taught to be grateful for what they had and suspicious of what they wanted. You grew up watching someone use that sentence as a pillow, and you absorbed the pattern before you had the language to refuse it, which means every time you say it, you're not just opting out of your own life. You're continuing a family tradition of opting out. You're the latest person to hold the phrase and do nothing with it. And somebody after you is watching and learning and about to inherit the same sentence you inherited, unless you're the one who finally refuses it. Because this is the only life, not in the spiritual sense, not in the philosophical sense, in the flat, practical, unpoetic sense. This one. The one happening right now in whatever room you're in, with the weather outside and the ache in your back and the faces of the people who will be at your funeral. There is no parallel version being saved for later. There is no draft being perfected in another dimension. There is this life, this brain, this body, these circumstances, and what you do inside the narrow strip of years you've been given. That's the whole offer. Take it or don't. And if you don't, that's fine. That's a choice you're allowed to make. But stop calling it timing. Stop calling it circumstances. Stop calling it the universe not being ready for you. Call it what it is. Call it too afraid to try. Say it out loud. I'm too afraid to try. See how it sounds in your own voice, in your own home, with nobody to impress. Because that sentence, ugly as it is at least honest. And honest is the first thing you have to be before anything real can happen. Everything else is just the parallel life story, running on loop, keeping you comfortable, keeping you small, keeping you waiting for someone who isn't coming. There's only you, right now, in the only life you were ever gonna get. Make it the one you wanted, or admit that you didn't want it enough.